Ah, my new journal. Happy thoughts. There can be sad. There can be sad thoughts as well. I'll share something from my journal. When conducting a task, how would your ideal self do it? She would keep her phone away. She would first pray to Allah to bless her task. No matter what religion you believe in or not, bless your task. She will take breaks and keep herself hydrated. You see, when I'm working, I always forget to drink water. I don't know, I just get so focused that I forget everything, which is okay to some extent, but if you're not taking breaks, then it becomes counterproductive. So make sure you take breaks. She will not stress herself out over challenges. I tend to overcomplicate things. This is why I have this quote on my wall. What would this look like if it was easy? It's a quote by Tim Ferriss. It's exhausting to be a perfectionist. This is Nemo. So every year on my birthday, I buy books. I still haven't finished some of the books I bought last. All About Love. Fun fact, this book was released 2 years after I was born. Wow. This book has been eye-opening for me, and I'm not even exaggerating, because like every chapter was like, oh, so now it makes sense. It's not like a romantic novel, it's non-fiction, and it talks about the actual substance of love, like what love is and isn't. And before anyone says love is just, subjective and everyone has their own definition, that's the first mistake. That's the first mistake. Look who's back. I'm alive. Don't worry. I have been traveling and I've also been sick. These are not excuses, these are valid reasons. I'm just explaining why I couldn't post videos for almost 2 months, I think. And for anyone who chooses to invest their time into watching my videos, thank you. It means a lot. Also realized that I desperately needed a break. As easy as it is to just, sit in front of a camera and just record, there's a lot that goes behind. I'm just recording this video to say thank you. It's been 1 year since I started my YouTube channel, and it has been nothing less than rewarding. I think the word should be rewarding, because if you go and look back on my first video, I was so nervous. I was stumbling. I did not have the confidence, and I was just trying to stick to the script, which is natural, and that's exactly why I needed to do it more and more. And now I'm just here talking in front of a camera without any script, and I'm just talking like how I would talk to a friend. That's the beauty of YouTube. I think that eventually it's not just a camera, there are people who are watching, and you start feeling that connection with them. As much as I would preach about just being and mindfulness and just being present and not being in the hustle culture, I was still not practicing what I was preaching, because it's hard to practice when you're so busy preaching. You can't do both at the same time, especially when you're the only person who's doing everything when it comes to YouTube. Editing videos, writing scripts, and just the whole, something that I genuinely enjoy became a burden because I wasn't getting rest. So long story short, to anyone who's struggling to be consistent with their self-improvement, especially, I mean, not even especially, like, I'm only talking to females here, please take a break. It's not even just about taking a break, it's about understanding in which phase of life are you in right now. Listen to what your body needs, listen to what your soul is craving for. For me, my soul was just craving for rest, for just doing nothing essentially, and just kind of getting back to the things I used to do before, like my hobbies. Like I've started coloring again, I have started reading again. I wasn't consistent with my reading. Let me share something I read online. You don't have to try hard to heal or do tons of self-development work, which often keeps you stuck in the masculine paradigm. All you need is a willingness to connect with who you truly are underneath the pain and shame that you mistakenly took on, and let your feminine essence heal you. I think we live in a society which is hard enough for women. Your focus should be more towards self-acceptance than self-improvement. Again, it depends on the phase of life you are in. If you don't have your life figured out at all, if you have zero discipline and you have no healthy habits, then yes, you need to get on self-improvement. But once you have that consistency, once you can trust yourself with not going back to your old ways, stop trying so hard. The whole point of self-improvement is to constantly reach towards your highest self, but at the same time accepting that it's not an external destination, but a self-unfolding. You already are what you seek. Even if you're like on a healthy habit or journey, like you're on your self-improvement journey, you're trying to meditate, journal, and you're going to therapy, you're putting in the work, you're exercising. But if it's coming from a place of trying to fill a void or running away from your problems, or maybe just coping, if you think a few days break is going to make you go nuts because you are not on your routine, you need to go inward and do the inner work, where you should be at ease with yourself that for me, my worth isn't in what I do, but it is in who I am. Again, it comes back to your identity. Honestly, it's not so hard. It's not rocket science or some code you need to crack to succeed in life. It comes down to the basics: getting good sleep, eating healthy, and moving your body. That itself, if you just focus on these basic things, you're going to set yourself for a pretty good life in the future. These small, minute habits are going to compound and make you much more happier mentally, obviously healthier physically, but also content in the sense that it's okay if I'm not making spaceships, if I'm not doing enough. The question isn't should I be doing, am I doing enough? The question is, do I feel enough? So yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. I know it was a bit all over the place. I kind of wanted to give you a glimpse of what a life of a 20 something year old looks like.